Today on the show, I'm speaking with Kerry Tepedino, who describes the relationship between our mind and our health and how we can use that to create optimal health for ourselves. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Natalie Ledwell, and this is The Inspiration Show. And today, my special guest is my friend, Kerry Tepedino. How are you?
Hey, Nat. I'm awesome. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so excited.
Now, Kerry not only is a friend, but she's a holistic health practitioner amongst many things. I know that you have many health modalities that you work with. But the reason I have you here today, we want to talk about the relationship between the mind and health. And I know this is something that you're a bit of an expert on, and especially the toxic, mind games that we have going on inside our mind. So what is it about our mind that really influences our health the most?
Well, thank you for opening up this discussion because it truly is a passion of mine to talk about this. You know, my own personal health journey, healing journey, has been one where my mind games truly took over my life. I had eating disorders, body image disorder, low self-esteem. I went through that whole deadly cycle, and I know how defeating and how it can just bash you down and break you down. And so that is why I am who I am today in the work I'm doing, because I truly want to help people learn, without a doubt, hands down, you can shift that mental monkey mind. It's what I call it. You can shift that monkey mind and the chatter going on there. And when you do that, it truly affects you, your health on every level. Physically, because, for example, it'll change your body chemistry. Your cortisol levels will be balanced instead of too high, and then you retain fat, or your anxiety levels will be too high. Mentally, of course, it's going to help you in every area of your life if you're able to just stay more calm, more present. Emotionally, to help bring the stress and anxiety levels to not go into a depressive state. So having that game, the mind game, the mental game, in a place where it's truly healthy and balanced, such a positive effect in every area of your life and every aspect of your health.
Right. So where did this negative talk come from?
Well, you know what? This is a great question, because I believe, and I've talked to many, many, many experts about this, and I've worked with over, thousands of clients. And I truly believe that part of, from the ages of 3 to 7, it's our most impressionable stages. We're very trusting, we're very naive. And if our respected elders, who are usually our parents, because those are who are raising us, if they have their own truths or their own beliefs or their core values, they are going to be living into those. And we, being so impressionable, we will take those on.
Right.
And so not even if we know if they're the right ones for us or not, we create coping mechanisms that we then live into over and over and over again throughout our whole life. And they will show up in every aspect. For example, say when we were young, we learned that if we were really funny, then we were lovable. That's how we got value. Then what happens? We become the class clown. We're the funny sibling. We're the life of the party. That's who we live into. We may be a really shy person who just wants to stay at home on a Saturday night and not be fun, but we've created this truth and this way of being, and so we tend to live into that over and over and over again.
Right, of course. All right, so what we're saying is that we pick up a lot of this programming modeling our parents. So let's say that someone is, suffering, different health ailments. What's something they can do mentally to get them into a better state of health?
Okay, great question. And can I just revert? I just want to step back one more point on that last question, because our ways of being and what we take on from our respected elders or people we love, that's one thing, but you do have to take the physical component too. If you have a chemical imbalance in your body, like a hormonal imbalance, or if the chemicals or your brain chemistry, the cognitive functions is off in your brain, that's actually something that needs to be looked at as well. So really taking those things into consideration. We've talked about this before. I know that you agree. So I just wanted to add that too, because there are different elements to really consider. But starting with a few simple strategies that our family, our listeners who are with us today can absolutely put into immediate action and get some instant results would be, for example, a pattern interrupt. So say that you had this normal way of being that, is starting you down this negative spiral, down this negative thought process. I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. I need to be 10 pounds lighter. No one will love me. Whatever it is. Chatter, 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 chatter. So if you being in that moment and replace that negative thought pattern or that negative downward spiral with something positive, so you can then lift yourself, change your thoughts, which will change your situation, because thoughts precede action, right? And then action creates your reality or your environment. So this is actually a really funny story. I was shooting some video with a business partner. This was a couple weeks ago, and she was going through this difficult breakup, and so she kept pulling up these negative thoughts about him or where she was at with the breakup and blah blah blah. And we were in her kitchen, and all of a sudden I just started turning on and off. What are you doing? I'm creating a pattern interrupt for you so that you can pull yourself out of this negative downward spiral, and you can replace it. I said, replace it with a positive thought. Give me 3 positive thoughts right now. And so she did it. And then I swear not, oh my gosh, it was so funny. 3 minutes later, it started again. And I went to the faucet and I turned the faucet on and off, and she was and she replaced it. And then what happened was, we actually had to do this quite a few times. It probably took 5 times. But what happened was she started laughing whenever I went to the faucet, which helped because laughter is has amazing medicinal properties on the body. And also what happened was she started to, her negative thought patterns, there started to be more and more time in between them. Mm. So she was starting to catch herself, she started to catch herself as she was in that negative thought, and then she started to catch herself before the negative thought even started to happen, which is incredibly, incredibly powerful.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been talking to a few people lately. It's been interesting, doctors and different healing, people who are looking at the Mind Movie software and going, oh, this would be fantastic with healing because it really gets you to focus on what it is that you want your body to do or what you need to go through to be able to get to health. So have you had any experience with that, people that are being able to think themselves back into health just by visualizing on their body healing itself?
Absolutely. So a good friend of mine, she had a terrible motorcycle accident. This was about 4 to 5 years ago. I think probably 4 years ago. And horrible. I mean, I don't even know how many titanium screws she has keeping her wrist together. She has 2 titanium plates keeping her pelvis together. Was in the hospital. Was supposed to have, I think, challenge mobility after that. And I don't even know what percentage she was supposed to actually recoup from that. She was a seasoned meditator. She spent all of that time in her hospital bed visualizing and meditating and really seeing her body heal, the cells of her body heal and reconstruct themselves. And she actually gave natural childbirth. Her little son just turned 2 about 2 months ago. Right. So she absolutely believes it's all of that visualization and that powerful inner work that she did, visualizing that helped the physical.
Yeah. And it just made me remember about our mutual friend, Rene Era, who I've had on the show here, who, terrible accident, lost all feeling or everything here in the side of her face. And she just visualized her nerves healing and melding together. And she's now got, full mobility of her face, and she's fabulous. And yeah.
She is an amazing example. Actually, we were just talking about this yesterday, and the tumor in her brain was so large that when they and it had been there for 15 years without symptoms. So by the time they actually went in to remove it, they said it was one of the most aggressive brain tumors they had ever seen. When they removed it, because it was so inclined in who she was physically at that point, her nerve actually disintegrated, it collapsed because they took the tumor out and it collapsed. And through her visualization work, she was able to get back to at least 60% of, reduction of paralysis. And that was the second healing she had had. She had actually visualized a tumor out of her pancreas years earlier. So she had that faith. She really knew that she could do it. So by the time she got to that whole brain tumor situation, she was like there, like she knew without a doubt she could make this happen.
Yeah. And, you know, and that's one of those situations where, you know, you get some success and so you're like, you know, this is really great, but then the real test comes. And it was through her faith and her visualization she was able to, you know, to see herself back to health. Now, Kerry, I know that this is obviously, you know, we can see this is a passionate subject for you. But I know that to help you get the message out there, you've actually created the Global Health Summit. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening with that?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for asking. I'm really excited to share it with the Inspiration Show family and the Mind Movies family. The Global Health Summit is coming up very, very soon. Make sure to go hit that link that's right next to this video. And come join us right over there. Come join us for free. Our roster, our speaker roster is amazing. Natalie is on it, of course. We have another good friend, Bob Doyle from The Secret. We have Tana Amons, the brain doctor's wife. We have JJ Virgin. We have a couple of our friends from the Dr. Phil show, some of the experts from there. I mean, it's just amazing. And we have all come together because we are truly passionate about helping people shatter the toxic conversation in their head so they can attain complete freedom with their health, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So the way that it's all set out is from November 5th to November 19th, we're going to be releasing, or we're going to have a call, and you can join us on the call. It's at 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time for about an hour, and each interview is going to be so jam-packed with rich content, and not only like content that's good to know, but truly like step-by-step strategies that people can immediately implement and see some instant results.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So yeah, so you've got some amazing people on the, you know, speaking there, and it's really directly related to how you can be empowered to take charge of your own health again. You know, how you can have optimal health and how, you know, important it is that our mind, how that plays a role in that. So it's very exciting. So guys, remember, if you click on the banner to the side there, you'll go straight through to that site. And remember, just register, it's free. And the information, like we said, you know, we've got the people that are speaking on this is just incredible. So Kerry, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes. Well, Nat, and another thing I just want to let everybody know is that there's a ton of free gifts there too. I mean, like thousands of dollars worth of free gifts. So please make sure to even just go click that link to see if it resonates with you, the topic and the speakers and the gifts. I mean, why wouldn't you want to get the free gifts, right? And those open up on November 5th.
Wonderful.
Free's great.
So guys, look, I encourage you to share this video and all of the information in it by clicking the Facebook and the Twitter share buttons above. So make sure we get the message out. And look, and if you haven't done so already, make sure that you put your email in the box above there. I would love to send you my Manifesting with the Masters video e-course. It has masters like Bob Proctor, John Assaraf, Joe Vitale. It's valued at $87, and I'd like to send it to you for free. So make sure you put your email in the box there to do that. So until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching this video. Now before you go, do you want to learn the insider secrets to welcoming more abundance, more love and more happiness into your life from some of the world's most inspiring personal growth gurus? Then be sure to click the link below now to subscribe to the Inspiration Show community and be one of the first to find out about brand new episodes of the show. You're absolutely going to love what we have coming up in store for you. Plus, you'll instantly receive a free copy of my Manifesting with the Masters video e-course featuring some of the biggest stars from the movie The Secret, teaching you how to manifest your dream life faster and easier than you ever thought possible. So to get your free copy, be sure to click on the link below now. I'm Natalie Ledwell. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. I'll see you soon.